I had a song dedicated to my child on the album. I just don't want to put out music now just for the sake of, I never want to get into panic mode. It's my most personal album, it's very intense.
Tears of joy rolling down my cheeks, listen to kicks from deep inside your mom's belly, sex gelly.
Hey, what's up my people, what's going on? My real name is Owambe Melvin Ejiofor, and my stage name is iLLBliss, Oga Boss, from Nkwere in Imo State, in eastern Nigeria. And yeah, welcome to my episode, to my brand new episode of Music and I in Soundcity. iLLBliss's music appears under the Goretti company, and the album is titled Illy Bomaye, and it's a 9-track album. It's my 5th studio album. My 5th studio album is called Illy Bomaye, and that's the current project that just got released. Illy Bomaye is my most personal album, and people that know about my music and have followed my career through the years, they know that I put my heart into my music. So this, I was going through a lot of personal transformation and a lot of changes in my life. You know, like for instance, I had a child, you know, and I had a song dedicated to my child on the album, and it's my most personal album. It's very intense. The first track I'm going to talk about off Illy Bomaye is the song Illy Bomaye. It's self-titled.
Your time will come, but for now, weather the storm.
It was produced by XYZ. Is a producer that I've collaborated with on almost all of my albums from inception. It's a very sober song, and on every album I always have records like this. So this is pretty much about my journey through music so far, you know, and all the ups and downs of the business and all the obstacles, and then eventually coming out, you know, glorious at the end of the day. So that's how Illy Bomaye was birthed. The second song I would like to talk about, on this album is called Firework. I wrote Fireworks in Enugu. Enugu is my birthplace, that's where I grew up. So I was out in Enugu. I can't remember what took me to Enugu, and I was just walking through the hood I was born, you know, some hood called New Heaven, Lower Chime. So, and I was just stopped right in front of the house where I was raised, and I was just looking at the hood, and everything just looked so different. I kind of realized that I'd never done a record that was going to rep the hood specifically, because a lot of people, I've been here for so long, I've been in Lagos for so long, people think I grew up here, but I didn't. If you had to categorize it, it's trap music, and it has a lot of energy, man. I think this has to be the most energetic song on the Illy Bomaye album.
Living my life on the fast lane, I'm all about my money. Finally think of with me, they all about
Buba, one of my favorite tracks of the Illy Bomaye project.
Yeah.
Let me know, what was the process like recording this song, making it? What space were you in at the time?
Buba means, in Igbo dialect, means rake it in, okay. rake the dough in, rake the money in. So I found out I had recorded the whole album, but it was sounding like 444, man. It was too serious. The issues are too serious. So I needed a lighter song. I needed a song that, you know, all the trapping, you know, trappy youths and all the balling young aspirational people could relate to, you know. So then I wanted to put Fino on it initially.
Okay.
Yeah, but last minute I just changed my mind. I said no. I think I'm going to go on this alone and then put Fino on the remix. Yeah. You know, so look out for that remix. It's still going to happen.
8 long years waiting for this day to come. Admire sonograms waiting for my seat.
The 4th song off the album, off the Illy Bomaye album, that I would like to talk about and share with you is a song called Daddy Loves You. Daddy Loves You is a song dedicated to my daughter. I had a baby last year. I had a child. I had my first child last year, and it was a special moment for me, being a dad, and it was a special moment for the rest of my family, because it took a while before she showed up, you know, and you know, so I wrote a song. It was a short song. It was produced by Bigfoot, and yet another sober song. You know, I think this has to be my most personal album, because a lot of songs on this album were not very fast-paced. They were more personal.
Listen, okay, one liquidity.
So far, what's been your best and your worst performance?
You know, I haven't had a bad performance, but because you know what I do? Whenever the performance begins to look like it's dragging, I change it to mentorship in church. So you just
you're the boss.
You just switch it up and start asking, tell that guy next to you, to put 5K in your pocket. So tell that guy next to you that God is doing it for him this year. Nigerians love blessings, man. You understand? You know, so in terms of bad performances, I'm thinking it must have been the early parts of my career though, when I was still a very stubborn underground MC, and I'll go to mainstream shows, you know, and kick verses. They would appreciate the verses, but they'll be looking at you like alien. Wow, that guy can rap, but that's it. But they wouldn't dance. Yeah. And you go backstage and you see all the pop acts and they're ginger because they just killed it. The vibe was, you know, because music is a very emotional thing. You're backstage and like, wonder, did I mess up? Did I not do well? You know. Best performances, there are plenty.
Of course.
Too much. I can't make a list, man. But most of them are like on the road. You're performing in Owerri, you're performing in Enugu, you're performing. I don't perform as much as I perform out there in Lagos. Yeah, I'm always busy in the east and the south.
There's a lot of stuff to do.
There's a lot.
But like, but where would you say is a place that gave you that much energy? I know everywhere.
There's a show in Enugu. It's a brand. There's a brand behind it. I can't say it on radio. It was in Enugu and it was at the car park in a large mall, and it was massive, like 3,000 people, and it was raining. You understand? But they stayed under the rain. They were waiting. And then when I came on, I think Zoro went before me, and then I came on, and it was madness. Amazing. It was bonkers. Then Bank Alert came on, and jeez, that record is from God. I think God wrote those bars, man, for me. You know, so it's always a huge moment. Even when I'm in a non-Igbo speaking environment, you know, he always kicks in and he always just takes the roof off. Then Alaji, see, I'm counting my money. You know, I just, I can't hear you. You know that feedback when you get it, it can change your mind. It can mess with your head. Like, that's me, man.
Well, anyways, it's always fun hanging with you, boss. Thank you very much for
Thank you, Illo, man.
We'll be starting out with this one from iLLBliss. Buba, check it out.
Yeah. Used to be a billionaire, now I'm a trillionaire. Living my life on the fast lane, I'm all about my money. Take it to finally think of with me, they all about my money.